Ulaker. The home ad. Doug Ulaker. He's the AD of the Osborne.
Wonder what capacity this gym is.
That last one came in, and the guy said he thought it was about 42. The handicap area.
Go live here pretty quick. Welcome, Minneapolis junior, senior high school fans of Norton Community High School here in Norton, Kansas Stoll Gymnasium on March 5th, 2021. We're here for semifinals. Class 3A SubState basketball. Norton hosting this SubState this year, and they are hosting your Minneapolis Lions tonight in this semifinal game. It's the number 2 seed Minneapolis Lions versus the number 3 seed host Blue Jays of Norton. Dale Leach, Scott Oshman, and Dale Henderson here bring you this live video broadcast tonight. Game starts at 5:30. Due to COVID protocols, we're doing things a little bit different this year. So we got an early start here. This is only the 4th time in the series that Minneapolis has played Norton, all in SubState action.
It seems like all in the last 15 years.
Since 2001, yep.
Yeah, I was going to say, ever since I can remember. So
that's the last time we won also, was 2001.
Here, and it was here.
No, I was in Minneapolis.
Okay, I remember coming up here and I thought we won up here. So.
Yeah, they came to Minneapolis in SubState quarterfinal action that year when we went state for the first time in 40-some years. And we beat them there by 23 points. So they lead it 2-1. 18 years ago, we lost to them in the SubState finals. Here. Yeah. And they went on to win the state championship that year. And then last year, of course, they beat us by 6 points in a disappointing loss at Minneapolis in the quarterfinals. So they hold a 2-1 lead. And again, all of that's been in SubState action. They're the number 3 seed, as I said earlier. We're the number 2 seed. They have a 14 wins, 6 loss record. We are 14 wins, 5 losses. Point averages, they give up an average of 46. We give up an average of 45.8, so pretty darn close there. Points scored for, they average 56.8 for a plus 10.9. We score an average of 61.5 for a plus 15.7, so it could be a slight advantage for the Lions there. Their 6 losses have not been the teams that are too shabby, quite honestly. They lost to Hoxie, who's number 1 in Class 2A. They lost to Lakin, Class 1 in 3A, or number 1 in 3A. They've lost to TMP twice. They lost to Ellis here by 2 points the last regular season game of the year. And they lost to Hill City, which is a 14-5 team. So they've had some losses I'm sure they wish they could take back. But they've lost to some pretty salty teams too. The common opponent is the Russell Broncos. Norton beat them by 3 back on December 18th.
Although we played Russell 3 quarters pretty close.
Yep, we did. So it had to have been that shock in our first quarter. It would have been a lot different game. And Minneapolis beat Norton by 24.
Russell.
Excuse me. Yeah, Minneapolis beat Russell by 24 on the 2nd last Tuesday. So, quite honestly, I think if we play our best game, we could get the win here. But we're going to have to be able to shoot the ball well, be disciplined with the ball, and play good defense. And that's something we haven't done consistently all the way through. But if we're going to get beyond this in this one and done, I mean, win you go on, lose you go home. You got to start playing almost picture perfect ball in this end of the season.
Norton does have a little bit of a size. They've got a 6'5" and a 6'6", a couple 6'3", 6'2" kids. So they have a few inches on us. Looks like the gentleman kid that's 6'6" is a point scorer for them. Looking at some of their points that they scored, they do have a couple shooting guards as well. Size, other than that 6'6", we're pretty matched up. We do play bigger than the 6'2" that were listed. But you never know what that creates, what challenges that creates as well.
It'll be interesting to see what they can do when trying to match our speed. If that'll be an advantage for us or not, I don't know. Not seen them play.
I'm just trying to recall back to last year, and it seemed to me like they pretty well controlled the pace of the game when we played them last year. We just were never able to get any separation from them, and they just kept making, the plays that they needed to make.
And they had a 6'3" post player that just was a big thorn in our side. He's gone. He was a senior last year. Can't remember his name, but he's what basically won the game for him, if I remember it.
I thought they had some shooting guards as well that put in some threes.
They might have, but he was the big reason, if my memory's right. Yeah. And he was also same on when we lost to him in football up here that fall. He was a problem then. Yeah. But again, it's win you go on and lose you go home. The winner of tonight's game will play the winner of Thomas More Prep and Phillipsburg, which will be an 8 o'clock start after this game there. With COVID protocols, this game ought to be done by 7:15 maybe. They're going to get everybody out of the gym and clean it up before they let the other squads in. We'll give a few public service announcements required by our contract with the Kansas State High School Activities Association, starting out right now. A coach once wrote, "When we lose without excuses and when we acknowledge the better team, we place winning and losing in their proper perspective. That's what we find out if we can be good sports. Sportsmanship is the goal to strive for at all times in athletics, activities, and our daily lives. Remember to act in a proper manner the next time you attend a high school activity event." This is a public service announcement from your Kansas State High School Activity Association and CityLink TV Minneapolis channel. And Scott, we don't direct all of these public service announcements at you.
Wow, I'll tell you. Boy, nothing like being on top of things. He has never, ever been biased in his career, so I understand that completely. I doubt one bit that I'm a homer, but hey, that's all right. That's all right, H. You and I can, I appreciate you sitting next to me to keep me in line.
I'll try. Trust me, I have mellowed a little bit in my as I've aged in that department. So,
well, I've mellowed since my son has stopped playing.
I do apologize to viewers. I see some shakiness in the video on what I'm looking at. It's nothing we can do about it. It has to do something with the streaming capabilities out of this gym.
Yeah, that will be a challenge. So, internet is always that case. So, imagine we're going to have the starting lineups full. We're not going to have the national anthem.
So, national anthem with the second game.
So Matt Willer is the 6'11" junior from Norton. Number 12, Jonah Reuter, a 6'1" senior. Number 15, a 6'1" senior, Ryan Schrum. Number 24, Blake Harding, a 6'2" junior. And number 55, a 6'6" junior, Nolan Gentleman. So for Minneapolis, who's considered the home team here, number 0, a 6'2" senior, Brody Vance. Number 3, 6'2" senior, Nolan White. Number 5, 5'10" senior, Trent Knuckle. Number 30, 6'2" senior, Spencer Davidson. And number 51, a 5'6" junior, Riker Nelson. So Norton is in the road blue. We will have the national anthem. So.
Yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, was the 90th anniversary of our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner. Tonight to be sung for us by Abby Boyd, Sarah David, and Lee Miller.
We don't have the national anthem. Welcome back. Nice job by 3 young ladies singing the national anthem for Norton High School. So as I said earlier, Norton is the number 3 seed, and they are considered the visiting team, even though we're at Norton. Minneapolis is the number 2 seed, and they are home team in the white. So a little different as we will get started here in just a second. Minneapolis will be the home team, and that means Norton will get the ball to start this ball game.
Stoll Gymnasium, about a 2,200 capacity before they did some adjustments for handicap. Well, it's still probably around 2,000 capacity. 530 tickets allowed, or 350 per team.
And Norton has the basketball to start this out. As Schrum with the basketball, kicks it on the outside to Reuter. Reuter will quickly go to the corner as they go down, immediately down to the big guy, and it's going to be in. They immediately go to number 55, Juneman, and Juneman takes it right in. We'll see if it's on Spencer or Brody. Basket does count, and it's on Spencer Davidson. So immediately go to the 6'6" post, and he gets it and misses the free throw. So Minneapolis has the ball coming the other direction. Ball in the hands of Spencer Davidson. Spencer at the top. He gets it back over quickly to Riker Nelson. Riker with the basketball, looks for a cutter, gets back to Nolan White. Nolan turns around, takes a quick shot off the mark, rebounded by Riker Nelson. Riker in trouble in the paint. And he will get caught in the paint. 3 seconds violation, turned over back to Norton. Back to the Blue Jays it goes as they will set this back up. Schrum with the basketball. Back in the hands of Willer. Willer at the top of the key. Sporting the mullet. Back it goes in the hands of Schrum. So he looked to the right hand. He drives all the way in and misses in the hands of Nolan White. Nolan back the other direction. Back to Trent Meckel. Trent back to Nolan. Nolan on the outside as they're working around. Spencer's going to drive in, can't get it far, gets his own rebound, gets it back out to Trent Meckel. Trent from the free throw line, he'll take the shot up and good. Lions tied up at 2 here, 6:50 left to go in the first quarter. Nice dribble penetration by Meckel to get the first points of the night for the Lions. Norton with the basketball, in a tight man. They get it back in the hands on the outside. They look at Juneman, and Brody Vance is being thrown out of the way. No calls. 3-point shot off the mark, rebounded by Davidson. Davidson with the ball back the other direction it goes. Gets it back over to Meckel. Meckel on the right-hand side. He's going to drive in and gets it. Nice job. Spencer takes it right, Meckel takes it right at the big guy, Juneman. And Juneman hits him hard, no call. And Minneapolis does get, and that's going to be a foul on Brody. So Meckel, not Meckel, gosh darn it. Coach Dale wanting the same thing that we just got down here where Juneman just slid right into him and no call. Contact foul was on Brody Vance, his first. Free throw is up and good by Schrum. I remember Schrum and Reuter both played on that team last year. Both seniors, I was thinking that they were part of that team from last year. Second free throw, both of them are up and good. Checking in is Christian Hawks, 6'5" senior for Norton. Tied up at 4 here. Meckel with the basketball. Meckel gets it down to Davidson in the paint. Back out to White for an open 3. In and out. Rebounded by Nelson. Nelson back to Meckel. Meckel will take the 3. It's in and out as well. Both of those threes guys have been down and they've just rattled right back out. Both good looks. Both of them come out.
Yeah, both of those were dead on, just an inch or two, one way or the other, and they would have been down the well, but both of them, like you said, were really good looks.
Riker Nelson listed with the foul on the floor. Checking in from Minneapolis will be Daniel Watson and Mr. Smith, as both Riker and Brody come out both with 1 foul. They will get the ball in the hands of Willer. Willer with the basketball at the top. Rolls over the right-hand side, gets it back in the hands of Harding. Harding is going to drive in, kicks it back out to Schrum. Schrum back in the hands of Reuter. Reuter takes the 3 up and good. Top of the key was Reuter. He drains the 3, 7-4. Norton with the lead. Ball goes back to Nolan White. Nolan back to Meckel. Meckel on the outside. Back to Spencer Davidson here on the left. Spencer with the basketball. High screen. Goes the other direction. Gets it to Mister. And that's going to be kicked out but saved by Nolan White. Nice job, Nolan. Great hustle right there. And there's going to be a foul. First one on Norton.
Yep,
and that's on Harding. Yep. Sorry.
Yep, that was on Drake Harding.
His first, out there. I appreciate that. First team foul. And Norton will get in Silas Jones, a 5'11" sophomore. Ball goes to Mister. Mister back to Meckel. Meckel gets it over in the corner to Nolan White for 3. Can't get it, and that's going to be off of Mister out of bounds. Back to Norton.
Another good look for Nolan that time. Again, just a little bit off on his accuracy.
Ball on the outside, Reuter with the basketball, picked up by Davidson. He'll pick up his dribble. He'll go to the top, gets it back to Schrum. Schrum with the basketball, looks for a cutter, has nothing. He's going to drive it in, pulls it back out, gets it into the hands of Jones. Jones back on the outside to Harding. Harding will drive from the free throw line, shot up, no good, rebounded by the big guy, Hawks. And Hawks puts it in with the rebound. Tough matchup for Mr. Hawks. Is 6'5", but he is. Spencer Davidson hits a three from the right, from the top. Getting back to Christian Hawks, he is 6'5", but he's a horse down there, guys. Big, solid dude down there. Spencer's got him on the defensive side, but Mr. was guarded with him on the other end. Reuter shot up, no good. Rebounded by Watson. Back to Davidson. Davidson up to Meckel. 9-7. Lions trail by 2. And there's going to be a foul on the floor. Oh, yes, okay. Looks like Reuter's going to be whistled with the foul. And now I don't know which one. I think one of these, either Reuter or Schrum, is a relative of Meckel.
Yeah, Schrum is their cousins.
Okay.
So that last foul was on Silas Jones, his first.
Nolan White with the ball on the outside, gets it into Davidson. Davidson takes a quick shot off the glass, no good. Rebounded by, should be, took that bounce off the blue. John Nelson checks in the ball game for Trent Meckel. So Nolan will inbounds for the Lions. Gets up to Spencer Davidson. Spencer on the outside. Back to John. John to drive the right-hand side, pulls it back out. Gets it back to Davidson. Davidson back to Nelson. Nelson works it around, gets it back to Nolan White. Tight defense by Norton. Goes into Spencer Davidson, up, no good. Rebound by Watson in the paint, can't get it. And rebounded by, nice job. Way to go, Daniel Watson. Daniel Watson kept with the guys and stayed with it, and he forces the tie-up. Nice job, Daniel Watson, on the offensive boards. Got the first one and then forced the second one. Nice job, Daniel Watson. Nelson inbounds, and that's going to get it in. Puts it into turnover. Back to Norton after the turnover. So Roman Hauser comes in for Norton for the first time, and he has the steal. And they go immediately down low off the glass and good to Juneman. Juneman back in the ball game, and they immediately go to him, 11-7.
Yeah, it was a time where our offside defense was supposed to come help on the bottom side, and they were just late getting there.
Brody Vance tried to get it down low, can't get it, gets it back to Nolan White. Nolan takes a shot up and good. Nice job, Nolan, as he gets his first points of the night just off of the corner of the free throw line, a little extended, 11-9. Schrum with the basketball for Norton. Gets it in the corner over here to Jones. Jones back to Reuter. Down go immediately to Juneman. That guy is solid in the paint, guys.
Yeah, he's getting really good position down there, and with his size, all he's basically got to do is just turn and put it in the hole. So we've got to show up our defense.
There we go. And they go at him, and Brody Vance goes up against him. They're going to get him with the foul. And Brody Vance will go to the line to shoot two. Nice pass by Spencer Davidson. So, first foul on Juneman. And that will send Brody to the line to shoot two. First shot is up and no good. Rattles the first one out. 13-9, Norton with the lead, 2-1 here in the quarter. Second shot is up and it's good. He makes one of two. 2-1 left to go here in the first quarter. Riker Nelson will check back in, as well as Mr. Smith, as Brody and John come out. So on the floor is Nelson, Meckel, Smith, White, and Davidson. And a good pass by Norton right there with the backdoor cut. as Reuter gets the easy bucket with the layup. Ball at the top, gets it to Meckel. Meckel looks at the deep three, pulls it down. At the Riker Nelson for three, he gets it. Nice job, Riker Nelson. As he hits the three, you don't see him shoot it very often, and he drains one from the left corner. Nice job, Riker. All goes back there, looking at Juneman. They go down the, pull it back out to Reuter for three, and he hits it from the top of the key. So Reuter answers it. He's probably got at least 8 points, maybe more.
Yes, that's his 8th on 2 threes.
And that's going to be a foul on the floor. Nolan White fouled on by number 30, Roman Hauser.
That was Riker's first 3 for his career.
I was going to say, that's a rare occurrence to see Riker put the ball in the air.
Nolan White with the basketball back to Spencer Davidson from the elbow. Gets it way off mark. Nice job. And Juneman's going to pick up number 2. Mr. Smith had good position on him. And he will sit down now. Nice job by Mr. Smith.
Yeah, that was a big call for us. Because we have not had an answer for him on the other end.
I was wondering if fouls would be a problem for him or not.
Ball goes into Nolan White. Shot is up. No good. Rebounded by Watson. Watson's got a big task against him as he takes on Christian Hawks. Knuckle with the basketball here on the left-hand side. There's a mismatch down there with Mister. Not much of a one, but there is a little bit of a one. If you can just get it to him. They're playing pretty good defense on him right now. Knuckle for 3 is short. And that's going to be back to Norton. So 29 seconds left, 18-3 is your first quarter score. And Norton will get in. Back in the ball game, Reuter. Norton with the basketball as they will come down. Schrum with the basketball. They've got 23 seconds left to go in the quarter. They're going to sit back and try to work for a last-second shot. Schrum back in the hands of Hauser. Hauser to Schrum. Schrum back it goes to Reuter. Reuter back to Schrum. Schrum gets it back to Reuter. Yeah, they don't even get a shot off. Way to go, Minneapolis defense. That is a huge frustration for a coach because they don't even get a shot off on that age.
Yeah, they didn't even get a look.
Yeah, they did a nice job on the defensive side. Riker Nelson and Nolan White playing some solid defense right there, and they forced the no shot right before the half. So right before the quarter. 18-13 is the score. Norton with the lead. We'll take a quick break.
Another PSA here. The Kansas State High School Activity Association is a non-profit organization supported by the member schools. CASA and its member schools promote, develop, and direct interscholastic activities that contribute to a well-rounded and meaningful education experience. The positive values of competition and good sportsmanship for both participants and spectators are continually encouraged. This is a public service message from your Kansas State High School Activity Association and CityLink TV Minneapolis channel.
Well, that's a win for us right at the end of the quarter from a defensive standpoint. You give them a chance with 23 seconds, and they can't even run a play. Nice job for us for a win for that point. They did win the quarter point-wise, but good effort on the defense.
Yeah, that was really a good way to end the quarter to just totally stymie them because they earlier they have had some. At times, really good ball movement, and they've done a nice job of getting the ball inside, but not on that trip.
Lions settle back into the zone now. Juneman with the basketball. They go back in the corner into Juneman, and it'll keep with them, and they'll take the three-pointer up, and it's no good, but they get their own rebound is Reuter. Another three-point shot off the mark, rebounded by Meckel as Willer takes the three, misses that. Back it goes to Minneapolis. John Nelson, they're going to whistle him with the travel. So on the floor is John Nelson, Daniel Watson, Trent Meckel, Brody Vance, and Spencer Davidson. 18-13 is your score. Norton with the lead. 7:07 left to go in the second quarter. Norton with the basketball. As they were working around, get it back to Milan. Willer back to Reuter, another three, and it's good. Reuter's got 3 threes to lead the way for Norton, and right now we've not had an answer for him. And that's going to be stolen away after the turnover. Back it goes, Reuter with the basketball. Ball goes over to Schrum. Schrum back to Willer. Willer back to looks inside. 3-point shot by Schrum, up and good. Wow. And Schrum drains a three like that, 24-13.
Well, that was 6 really quick points.
He switched to his own, trying to prevent a little bit of that, but then we get sucked in with Juneman, and they kicked it out nicely.
Well, actually on that first possession we were zoned, and I thought they were actually settling for threes, and then we actually switched back to our man, and against that they actually then hit 2 threes in a row against our man. So
I didn't realize just right then we'd switch back to
I thought we just went that one possession in zone, and then we switched back, and like I was thinking, that was maybe was a good move because I thought we kind of induced them to shooting the three, but so much for thinking that. Maybe we don't want to be doing that.
24-13, Norton with the lead. Minneapolis with the basketball. Meckel gets it back to White. White back to Davidson. Davidson on the outside. Back to Meckel. Meckel. No call. You got to be kidding me. Daniel Watson in the paint, can't get it. How in the world did not get a call as Trent Meckel gets absolutely waylaid in the paint? Daniel Watson somehow comes up with it, and it stays in Minneapolis. So they're fired up down there. So ball goes into Norman White from the elbow. Shot is up, no good. Rebounded by, and then they're going to get, tie up. Talk about a makeup call.
Come on.
Oh, my goodness, they call a tie up. Daniel Watson, and we're loving for Daniel, but guys, he didn't even have a hand on the ball. Norman White into Brody Vance, back to Nolan. Nolan took out of bounds. And he'll stay with Minneapolis. 24-13. Ball goes into White. White at the free throw line, drives in, shot no good. Daniel Watson with the rebound and the putback. Nice job, Daniel Watson, as he gets the backside rebound and puts it in. Great job, frontside rebound, gets it back. Norton with the basketball, back in the hands of Schrum. Schrum at the top. Back it goes to Reuter. Reuter back to Willer. Willer at the top. So we're looking around. And they're just going to get a foul on Brody Vance, I believe. Brody's going to be whistled with the foul.
Brody's second.
Yep.
Back to Daniel Watson. That was his 6th rebound already in the first half.
Free throw by Harding is up and no good. Checking back in is Mr. Smith as he checks in for Brody Vance. Second free throws up and good by Harding. And now it goes back to Minneapolis. Meckel with the basketball. Gets it back to Nolan White. Back to Spencer Davidson in the paint. Comes around. Free throw shot up. No good. Rebounded by Jones. Thank you. As they will come down. Jones with the basketball. Back to Reuter. Reuter gets it back to Reuter. Reuter on the right-hand side as he looks around. Goes back to to Hauser. Hauser goes in paint, across the way, and then pulls it back out. They actually tried to go into paint, overthrew him.
Well, we're back in our zone this trip.
Well, ball will go back to right-hand side into the corner. Hauser back to Harding. And then he's going to step out of bounds. Fortunately, he stepped out of bounds before he saved it because it went right off of Nolan White's leg. Back in the ballgame is Riker Nelson as Daniel Watson comes out.
Yeah, those were some good minutes by Daniel there. Like I said, he's already pulled down 6 rebounds in there against guys who are a lot taller than he is.
Meckel with the basketball. Gets it back to Nolan White. Nolan, free throw line. Shot is up and good. Nice job, Nolan. Nolan takes it just beyond the free throw line. Puts it in 25-17. Ball gets in the corner. They look at down low. They have nothing. As they will drive in. And Rudy gets the rebound and the putback. Well, there's a lot of contact. There's a lot of contact on us that time. No call. So they are letting them play a little bit, H.
That's putting it mildly.
Nolan White on the outside. Back to Davidson. Davidson will pull it in the lane. Can't get it. And the rebound is by Jones. Jones goes back the other direction. And rebounded by, oh, wow. They get the little rebound, and they'll come and pull it back to the outside. So work around. Jones with the basketball. Jones back to Hauser. Hauser at the top goes back to Jones, back to Hauser. Hauser back to Harding. Harding to Hauser. As they work around, they look. Hauser will take the three, off the mark, rebounded by Trent Meckel. Trent, there's a foul. Good call. As he will get, I just believe his first foul. No, second foul. So they've got some kids that they can give some fouls. 16 fouls. We had 4 quick ones, and they've caught up with us. So Nolan White with the ball on the outside. Can't get it, and a lot of contact going in, no call. Ball goes back in the hands of Schrum. Schrum with the basketball. 2:30 left to go, 10-point ball game. Norton with the lead, ball in the corner to Schrum. Schrum goes in, back to Reuter, back to Schrum. Stay working around, back to Hauser. Hauser into the big guy, Hawks. Back out to Schrum. Schrum back to Reuter. Reuter takes the shot off the mark, rebounded by Trent Meckel. Meckel with the basketball, goes back the other direction. Riker Nelson, great job, Riker. Riker drives in, the big guy, 5'6", takes it all the way to the hole and puts it in. Nice job, Riker. 27-19, Minneapolis trailing. Schrum for 3. Top of the key, nothing but net. He's had 2 of those. And Meckel's going to go all the way back in, and there's going to be a foul on Schrum. Meckel will go to the line.
Nice job, cousin.
It's got to be hard. It's got to be. I don't know how close they are as cousins, but that's got to be frustrating. So, Meckel. Free throws up and good. And checking in, Norton gets a few new players in. And they get their big guy Juneman back in the ball game, as well as Willer.
I'd like to see him get his 3rd foul.
I was going to say, I'm a little surprised that they put him back in.
Let's go right at him and see what we can do. Second one is up and good. Nice job, Trent Meckel, as he gets those free throws to fall, 30-21.
Well, we're still in our zone, and I guess I'm still thinking that has kind of slowed them down a little bit. I know Schrum hit that 3 the last time, but we're getting some kids shooting the ball that I guess I would prefer to see shoot it as opposed to Schrum or Reuter.
Yeah. All goes back to Schrum. Schrum back to Willer. Back to Schrum. Stay working around, back over here to Willer. Willer to Schrum. Schrum looks at a three, pulls it down, gets it back to Willer. Willer back to Juneman. Juneman, good pass down low to Ruder. And Ruder moves from a guard down to a post and plays it well. Foul can be on Jones. And Meckel will go to the line to shoot a 1-on-1. Now, I bet you the big guy's coming out, yeah. So 32-21, Mr. Smith checks back in for Riker Nelson. Also, as Jones picks up his second foul, checking in for him will be Harding. Meckel will have a 1-on-1 here. Free throws up and good. Nice job, Trent Meckel. Trent's putting it all on the floor right now tonight, guys. Got family up here, wants to show, hey, I can do this. He's doing well so far. Shot is up and makes them both. 32-23, 1 minute left to go here in the first half. Schrum with the basketball. Gets it back over to Willer. Willer at the top. Back to Ruder. Back to Schrum. Harding. Harding back to Willer for three. Off the mark. Rebounded by Mr. Smith. Mr. back to Meckel. Meckel will bring it down to set up with 40 seconds left. Gets it back to Nolan White. Nolan takes a shot up and no good. And rebounded by Norton. 28 seconds left. Back the other direction it goes. Schrum drives all the way in. And gets it to fall. 18 seconds. Schrum takes it all the way in. 34-23. Davidson with the basketball. Back to Meckel. 10 seconds. Got 9. Back to Nolan White. Back to Davidson. Back to Nolan for three. Can't get it to fall. Good look. Just can't get it to fall. After half, Norton increases their lead 34-23. Norton outscores us in that quarter.
16-10.
16-10. Thank you, Dale. So we'll take a real quick break and hear a word from our sponsors and probably a PSA. And then we'll
after another one of our PSAs. Excitement, thrills, and suspense all combined during the next few weeks as Kansas high school sports reaches a climax. Swimming, bowling, basketball, and wrestling combine to provide the best in entertainment, sportsmanship, and community involvement. Don't miss any of them. Support your team, school, and community by attending these exciting sports events. This is a public service message from your Kansas State High School Activities Association and City Lake TV Minneapolis channel.
The Minneapolis Junior Senior High School Lionbackers are proud to continue their long-term support of the broadcast of these Lions games. Join us as we support student activities and the teachers of MJSHS. Go Lions! We're with you all the way. For over 100 years, Robertson Monuments has created everlasting memories for families to share the lives of their loved ones with future generations. Supporting the Lions all the way, Robertson Monuments.
Pat and Lynette Donovan at Ag by Air have been supporting ag operations in the Minneapolis and Delphos area for over 20 years with prompt, up-to-date, and competitive aerial application service. Ag by Air is located at 974 Highway K106, south of Minneapolis, or can be reached at 785-392-3300 for questions on scouting your field, chemical recommendations, or to book your work. Ag by Air, proud sponsor of the Minneapolis High School Lions.
Autotech has provided reliable service to the local community since 2002 and are proud supporters of the MJSHS Lions. Gary Keating and Dave Sweat lead an outstanding team of mechanics who tackle repairs on all makes and models of automobiles and also provide competitive pricing for oil changes. Authorized dealers for Jasper engines and transmissions. Don't forget our lineup of used cars.
Tonight's game brought to you by C&R Plating in Minneapolis. Kevin Klein and the rest of the crew at C&R Plating, proud to support the youth of Minneapolis in all they do.
This live video broadcast is sponsored in part by Chuck's Collision. When the potentially inevitable occurs and your vehicle needs repair for body or glass, remember Chuck's Collision. They'll bring you satisfaction in your automotive restoration needs. Contact Chuck at 785-392-2774. Chuck's Collision is located at 1556 K106 Highway.
Citizen State Bank & Trust is committed to the Kansas ag community. While offering a variety of ag lending options, we will help you with finding the right plan that works for your operation. Citizen State Bank & Trust, with locations in Ellsworth, Lincoln, Delphos, Glasgow, and Minneapolis. Citizen State Bank & Trust is a proud supporter of Minneapolis Lions athletics. Stop by and visit Jason Bird for all of your financial planning and investment needs. We are dedicated to helping your money work harder for you. Citizen State Bank & Trust, the cornerstone of our community.
The Lions of Minneapolis High School are proudly supported by the Davidson Agency, with offices in Delphos, Minneapolis, Bennington, and Lincoln. As a nationwide insurance agent and an independent agent, they provide hometown service for the insurance needs of their customers for home, small business, farm and crop, and life and health coverage. Call them today at 785-523-4202. Welcome back for our little halftime wrap-up of the first half between these two teams. Minneapolis trails 34-23, an 11-point advantage. Norton came out in the first quarter and outscored us 18-13 and expanded that in the second quarter, leading us 16-10 in scoring in that period. Rebounding-wise, I've got Minneapolis with an advantage again, 18 rebounds compared to 11 for Norton Community. Turnovers pretty close. I got Minneapolis with 4 and Norton Community with 2. We'll see how Mr. Henderson is close to me or not.
Well, we're actually pretty close. I have us with 16 rebounds and them with 10. And turnovers, I've got us with 4. And I thought maybe I fell asleep and forgot to keep track. I only have them with 1. So really a pretty clean play ball game in terms of turnovers by both teams. And you're right, we do have a slight advantage in rebounding at the half. Scoring-wise, Minneapolis is being led by Trny with 8, Michael Nelson with 5, Nolan White with 4, Spencer Davidson with 3, Daniel Watson with 2, Brody Vance with 1. Norton is being led by Jonah Reuter with 15, Ryan Schrum with 10, Nolan Gentleman's got 6, Christian Hawks 2, and Drake Harding 1. The Lions were 5 out of 6 from the line, with Trent Knuckle being 4 for 4. Norton was 3 out of 5 from the free throw line as well. So both teams actually shot the ball very well from the free throw line in that half.
I think the biggest downfall for us so far in the game is we have a hard time hitting the broadside of a barn tonight.
Yeah, we've had some good looks that just did not go down, especially there early. I think Trent and Nolan both had really good looks. They were almost in the hole. I guess my take is they're doing I think a really nice job at taking Spencer out of the game. Spencer just is really not getting any kind of looks when he tries to drive. They're helping really well on him. So right now, Spencer is really struggling to get in. I wouldn't say he's struggling, but Norton is doing a nice job at not allowing him to do any kind of penetration. For Nolan to only have 4 at halftime, we need a little bit more out of him. But again, I think they're doing a pretty nice job on him as well. On the other end, it's pretty obvious the Ruger kid is taking us to school. He's got 3 threes and a couple of really nice drives to the bucket as well. So we're going to figure out some way to get him cooled off. Actually, again, as I think I mentioned on the going to play-by-play, I think our switch to the zone has actually been a plus for us, because I think it has induced some of the not quite as good shooters to want to shoot the ball. So I think actually, has kind of helped us, maintain as close as we are.
Other than what they hit 4 3-pointers in a row.
Yeah, but basically, those were not against our zone. Those have actually been against our man.
Yeah. So that was pivotal, I think, in this game so far. Those 4 straight 3-pointers.
Well, 3 times 4 is 12, Dale. Yeah, that's a pretty. You're off by 1, but we're down 11 and not 12.
Yeah.
They have done a nice job of taking. They definitely focused on our 2 leading scorers, and Trent Meckel is benefiting from that, and Trent's having a good game. But they have done a nice job of double teaming Spencer at times and not giving him much look. And they've had a couple kids. The Harding kid has been on Nolan and has been in his face quite a bit. And I think you're going to see Nolan come out in the second half and have a solid second half. But we're going to need it.
I hope so. At the same time, we've also had a little bit of a bonus on our end. With Riker having 5. Because Riker is usually better known for his defense and rebounding, and just his hustle and, the havoc he creates on that end. So for him to contribute 5 points has been a real plus for us.
And Daniel Watson, from a rebounding standpoint, defensively and offensively, has been a little bit of a spark plug as well. So 27 seconds before we start this third quarter. 34-23 is your score. Norton with the lead, and they will have the ball to start it out. And Rudy will get it into Shrum to start this thing off. Shrum with the basketball across that timeline, and they will look immediately at Ruder. Ruder goes back. Back it goes to Harding, back to Shrum. Shrum is going to drive in, and that's going to be a blocking foul on Brody Vance.
And that'll be number 3. Brody was able to take the charge, but the Stone kid did just a really nice job of sliding by to the side and creating the block on Brody.
And Mr. Smith will come in for him. Second one is up and makes this 1 of 2. 35-23. Knuckle with the basketball. Knuckle gets it over to White. White back to Davidson. Davidson gets up and no good off the shot. Rebounded by Ruder. Back it goes to Shrum. It was a nice matchup right down there. Spencer had a good mix as far as size-wise, but
yeah, Spencer had a good look that time. He just was he just was unable to convert, but the look he had was one of the better ones he's had.
Yeah. Ball will be tipped out back in the hands of Norton. Harding back to Shrum. Shrum is going to drive in, pulls it back down, gets it back to Willer. Ruder shot up and no good. Rebounded by Mister. Mister gets it back to Knuckle. Knuckle gets it back to Riker Nelson. Riker. As he will get it to Meckel. Meckel drives in. And that's going to be a foul on Ginneman, I believe.
Yep, number 3.
Yeah, that's a big foul right there. As Meckel goes right at him. Not a lot of contact there, just body. So Meckel will go to the line and shoot 2. Shot is up and good. Rattles that one in. Second one is up, and it is good. Gets them both, rattles them both in, but gets them to fall. Trent Meckel having a good ball game tonight. 35-25. Only one, Meckel's the only one of ours in double figures. Nolan White with some great hands right there. Oh, good hustle by Riker Nelson. Riker does a great job with the help of Nolan White. Nolan tipped it, Riker went after it and threw it off of Norton, had going out of bounds. Great hustle by the junior Riker Nelson. I'd love to see those hustle plays, guys. One of the most favorite things to see in basketball is that hustle. And Riker had it right there. Nolan gets it into Meckel. Meckel will come down and set it up. Nolan White here on the right-hand side. Goes into Spencer Davidson. Spencer in the paint. And has it blocked by Juneman. And that time they had help defense on Spencer. And good hustle right there, and it's stolen away, and that should be, that's coming alive in the hands of Meckel. Meckel with deep three, off the mark, rebounded by Strom of Norton. Back the direction it goes. Strom's going to go all the way in, pulls it back out, gets it back to Jones. Jones back to Juneman in the paint. No good. Gets his rebound is Jones, I believe, and puts it in. Nolan White back to Spencer Davidson. He'll take the three. No good. Rebounded by Reuter. And Spencer Davidson's going to be listening with the fouls. He tries to pick up a charge, but was leaning into it as he went by. He'll get the foul. His third. Oh, wow.
No, that's only his second.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, good deal.
They're a little slow putting their actual fouls up there, so.
Well, I couldn't remember him getting the third one or second one, but so. Strum with the basketball, 37-25. Norton with the lead and the ball. Ball goes right side into the hands of Reuter. Reuter, and great job by Mister. He gets the steal. Mister back, gets it to Daniel Watson in the paint, up and can't get it. Back it goes the other direction. Great job. And another steal by Minneapolis back the other direction. The Lions playing some great defense. We just can't get the offense to go. Finally get a bucket right there. Trent Meckel drives it in. Two turnovers right there with the Lions defense. Creates an offense. Nice job by the Lions as they get it within 10. Ball goes on another near steal by Mister. Showing some skill. Nice job by Mr. Smith right there. With some great hustle. And he'll take a breather as checking in will be John Nelson. Mister with some great hustle right there, guys.
Well, really nice job of what we call in the coaching world going skinny, getting that offhand in there, and actually caused almost a steal twice, so really good job.
Another one right there, close. Nolan White did the same thing on Reuter. Almost thought he was going to, that's almost an over and back call. Back it goes to Norton. And he gets it back to Reuter. Reuter, great pass to Strom. Threads the needle and Strom puts it in. Wow, great pass.
What a pass. That was well done.
Nolan White can't get it. And Daniel Watson, and it's going to be kept alive by Norton back the other direction. Strom with the basketball on the outside, pulls it down. He's going to drive all the way in. Yeah, nice job, Daniel Watson. Daniel steps in and takes the charge. That was just, he was out of control going in. Daniel took the freight train hitting him, but luckily they're about the same size. Second foul on Strom. quick pace. Both teams running the floor nicely here, but we just can't get the offense to fall. And there's going to be a foul on the big guy as Daniel Watson goes right at Hawks. Talk about a mismatch size-wise there, guys. Daniel Watson gives up probably a good 6 inches on him.
And about 200 pounds.
Yeah.
That boy is well built.
That boy is solid. He is solid. Yeah, 5'11", so he is 6 inches, but yeah, definitely. All goes into Nolan White. Nolan will set this up. Mister's back in the ball game. Daniel on the outside is going to drive in the paint. Can't get it. And pulled back down the other direction goes Norton. 3:31, 39-27. Ball goes back to Jones. Jones here on the outside. Back it goes over here to Hauser. And they're going to turn the ball over with the travel. Nice job by the Minneapolis defense.
Yeah, our defense has really picked up this half. I've got them now with 6 turnovers this half.
Yep. And they had one the first half?
And they had one at halftime.
Yeah, nice job by the Minneapolis defense.
We've just really gotten more on the passing lane, and the guys are doing a nice job of going with that lead arm and getting those deflections. Here we go, Spencer.
And Spencer's going to get fouled, but he will get fouled by Hawks and goes right at Hawks. Just his first foul. Wow.
That'll be his second.
Okay, second. Okay, he's still on the board from the last time. So,
yeah.
Okay. Spencer's free throws up and can't get the fall. Second shot is up. Gets 1 or 2. And checking in will be Riker Nelson as well as
John Nelson.
John Nelson, thank you. Spencer will come out, take a breather, as well as Daniel Watson. 3:07 left to go here in the third quarter. 39-28. Minneapolis tries to trap. Nice job right there. And the steal back to the direction is Trent Meckel. Trent can't get it. Nolan White gets hammered. Finally, he will go on, but two fouls. And finally, Norman goes, we're going to line to shoot 2, but wow, folks. There's some bodies laying down there. Holy mackerel. Free throws up and good by Nolan. Fouls called on Reuter, his first.
Again, back what a great trap that we put on those guys and created another turnover. Again, I'm really impressed with how well our defense is playing this half.
Second one is up and can't get that one to fall. Rebound by Reuter. Reuter back to direction 2:45. Norton with the basketball up by 10. Riker Nelson throws some defense on him. They have the trap, pulls it back out to Reuter. Reuter back in the corner. 3-point shot. Oh, you got to be kidding me. And we're going to foul him for a 3. So at the line will be Drake Harding, 6'2" junior, will have 3 free throws. First one is no good.
We'll know here in a minute. Maybe that was actually a good foul.
We'll see here in a second. So, second one. Shot is up, and it's gets that one to rattle in. So 1 of 2 is 40-29. He's got another one to come here. 2:32. This is where you got to box out as well. Second shot is up. Misses it. Rebounded by John Nelson. John with the ball back the other direction. John pulls it back. Gets it back to Spencer Davidson. Spencer. No, you've got to be kidding me. Wow. Spencer Davidson whistled with the offensive foul. And that's from the opposite side of the court, H. That's when I have a hard time with being sportsmanlike. Oh, my goodness. He was, the official that was standing right there didn't even call it. He was called by the backside official on the other side of the court. Norton with the basketball, 2 minutes left. And that just, nice job. Daniel Watson steps in and takes the charge against Schrum.
Now that was a classic charging.
That was a classic charging. He was up in the air, and Daniel knew he was going to get leveled. Schrum was above him, almost to his head. So Schrum was up there.
Yeah, that's also a key foul. That's number 3 on him. So with the gentleman resting on the bench and Schrum now resting up, is hopefully a positive for us.
Nolan White on the outside. Gets to Daniel. Daniel's going to drive in, and he'll take it in. He'll get fouled and go to the line. As Minneapolis trying to create a little bit of offense here. Foul is on Harding, I believe. And that's his 3rd foul. They're going to bring Juneman back in. So 157.
Actually, that's Harding's 2nd foul.
Oh, 2nd. Okay.
Like I said, they're also a little slow. Their scoreboard.
Daniel gets first free throw to fall. And Juneman checks back in for Hawks. Second shot is up, and it's good as he makes 1 or 2.
Make both of them.
What did he make both of them? I can't remember.
50% free throw should have made both of them.
Okay. Sorry about that, folks. Within 9, full court press picked up by the Lions. John Nelson, great hustle right there as John comes down and gets a hand on it, tips it out. As you said, played some skinny there, but it's just hustle though. It's good hustle though. And ball is back to Jones, back to,
Now, was he, okay, now, gotta have all 3 points across.
Okay. Ball back in the hands of Jones. Jones back to Reuter. Reuter goes down low. A jump ball called. Oh my goodness. Mr. Smith causes the jump ball.
Actually, it was Daniel Watson.
Oh, Daniel did? Okay. I didn't see Mr. even have a hand on that. Nice job by Daniel.
9th turnover of the quarter. Wow. The Blue Jays.
134. Lions showing some great defense this quarter. 40-31. That's going to be a foul call on Jones, and that's going to send Mecker to the line, as that'll put us in, we are in the bonus. That'll be number 8 team foul for them. 2nd foul on Jones, I believe.
Yes. Actually, no, that's his 3rd.
3rd, okay. Free throws up and good. Makes the first one. He's got another one to come. So he'll have another one here. Tries to bring it within 7. Shot is up and it's good. Makes them both. Nice job by Trent Meckle as he. How many points does Trent have? 12?
That's now 14.
14. Nice job.
I'm not going to say how many free throws in a row because I don't want to jinx it.
Yeah, absolutely. Ball. Full court press picked up by the Lions again. That's going to be a close. Nice job. And they call timeout. So Norton is going to call a timeout. Great job by the Lions defense this quarter, guys. 40-33. Defense has been exceptional this quarter. We'll take a real quick break. You're listening to CityLink Minneapolis. We'll be right back.
This co-op continues to work hard each and every day to provide you the best products and services in the area. Serving Central and North Central Kansas for grain, sales and storage, food sales and service, agronomy and livestock needs. The Graphics Co-op staff will help you sort through the many options available for your farming operation. Call 785-523 or 213 to learn more. Graphics Co-op, serving you since 1901.
Welcome back. The Lions put the full court press on here, trailing by 7.
Yeah, right now we have held Norton to 6 points this quarter and have been able to cut into that lead, so we'll hope we can keep that up.
Reuter with the basketball is going to drive all the way in, and he takes it in. Oh, you're kidding me! I thought Riker had position. Reuter takes it right to the hole. I thought Riker had a good spot there, but just must have been off to the side a little bit, and Riker's going to be whistled with the foul, and Reuter's going to get the bucket and have a chance to put the and one.
I really think it wasn't a matter of being there. He was just basically buried underneath the bucket, and they are not going to reward you with a charge when you're standing right underneath the hoop.
Free throws up and good as he makes it. So 43-33, just like that. They're back to within, up by 10. Trent's going to be whistled with the offensive charge. Wow. This guy has had some calls tonight, guys. And that's another one right there. Offensive foul on Trent Meckel. How many's Trent got?
That would just be his first.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Full court press picked up by Norton. And that's going to be a back turned over. Nice job by Minneapolis with the steal. Back it goes to Nolan White. Back to Meckel. Meckel back to Nolan for three. Yes! Nice job, Nolan White. Finally gets a three to bring it within 7. Nice job by the Lions. They put the points on the wrong side, didn't they? Ball goes back. They get it. Actually, I must have been off. Yeah, they got it right. They got it right now. Okay. Ball goes back in the hands of Norton. Reuter looks at a three. Back to, and that's going to be Daniel Watson with the foul as he's battling down low with Christian Hawks.
But Hawks at the line for 1-on-1.
Daniel Watson is whistled with the foul. His first.
We'll hope he has typical big man-itis at the free throw line.
Hey, Dale, you quit picking on big guys now. Some of us big guys back in the day could shoot free throws.
That was just back in the day.
Okay. Not in the modern game.
Yeah.
All right.
Hawks shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Trent Meckel with the big rebound. 43-36. 20 seconds left. Nolan White in the corner. Nolan's going to drive all the way in, up and good. Nice job, Nolan White, as he goes all the way to the basket with 11 seconds left. Nice job by the Lions right there. Back to within 5. Reuter with the basketball. Reuter, three-point shot is up and no good. And that's your quarter. Nice job by the Minneapolis Lions to get back into this. 43-38 as the Lions within 5. What a quarter for the Lions. Nice job defensively, creating some offense. Good job by the Lions.
15-11 for the Lions there.
And what was that?
15-11 for the Lions. Yeah. All right, our fourth PSA here. The swish of the basket, the excitement of a free throw, the roar of the crowds, all combined to remind us the state basketball championship games are only moments away. Sponsored by the Kansas State High School Activities Association State Championship playoff will begin February 25th and conclude with the final games on March 13th. 7 classifications, 14 state champions will furnish plenty of thrills and excitement. Attend the games and support your team with pride and sportsmanship during the final weeks of Kansas High School basketball. This is a public service announcement from your Kansas State High School Activities Association and CityLink TV Minneapolis channel.
Dale, I didn't mean to cut you on that, but they only scored 9 that quarter from what I've got.
Yeah, I've got us outscoring them 15-9.
15-9. So 43-38, and Norton will have the ball to start this fourth quarter. Great third quarter defensively and offensively for the Lions.
Yeah, really our defense really propelled us that quarter. And then right there at the end, we got a couple of, good looks. Got the three from Nolan, and Trent's got the free throw line a few times again. And
oh my goodness gracious!
it. Wow. I don't know, guys. They gave a lot of grace on that one.
Yep.
A lot of grace on that one. This is the open play, but he must have had a shoestring left on the floor because he was about ready to fall down, and he got rid of it. So Spencer Davidson, and it's going to be tipped out of bounds. Oh, off the right. And that's going to be, wow, off of Minneapolis. It'll go back to Norton. Ruder with the Schrum with the basketball. Schrum at the top. Gets it back over here to Jones. Jones back to Ruder. Ruder looking at Gentleman. Goes back. And that's, Nolan White steps out of bounds. A great defense by Nolan right there, as Nolan almost had a steal in that corner.
Well, it was a great catch in the corner because the pass was awfully high. We almost had a turnover on that.
Yes, nice job by Daniel Watson, forcing the turnover. Daniel going on that side and slides in and tips it, and then Norton loses it out of bounds. Great job, Daniel Watson, with some great defense.
That's an amazing turnaround. They had one turnover at halftime. They now have 11 this half.
Trent Meckler for three, it's off, but Mr. Smith gets the rebound. Back to Spencer Davidson. Spencer back to Nolan for three. Yes! Nice job, Nolan White, as he drops the three from the top. Minneapolis within 43-41. Great run here by the Lions here in the third and the fourth quarter. Norton with the basketball. Norton in the left-hand side gets it back to Hauser. Hauser back to Jones as they work at the Ruder. Ruder in the corner, guarded by Mister. Gets it back over here. They work it around. They look down low, have nothing. They go back to talk to Jones. Jones with the ball goes into Juneman. Juneman turn on shot. No good. Rebounded by Davidson. Davidson back to Meckel. Lions within two, trying to tie this or even take the lead. Back to Davidson. Davidson looks for a cutter. Goes back to Trent Meckel. Nolan White back to Mister. Back to Davidson. Davidson will take the three. Yes! And he drains the three from NBA range. Minneapolis has the lead, 44-43. What a job of the Lions here in the third and fourth quarter. Points down, and we're leading. Ball goes into Juneman. Juneman in the paint, and he's going to be fouled. We'll see who it's on.
I think it's on Daniel.
Daniel
on the help side.
44-43, guys. What a job by the Lions here in the third and fourth quarter. Down by 11 at the half. Checking back in is Riker Nelson for Daniel Watson. Daniel will come out with 2 fouls. Free throw is up and good by Trny. Ties it back up at 44. Second one is up and good. He makes them go. And checking in for him will be Hawks, as Gentleman will take a seat. 45-44. Norton with the lead. Minneapolis with the basketball. If you're looking at the score, it's the opposite. They're the visiting team. We're the home team. Nolan White for three, off the mark, and can't get it. And they're gonna call Nolan for the foul. Wow, guys, it's been the same official all night. Oh my goodness, Nolan White picks up the foul, and Schrum will, not Schrum, but Harding will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Free throws up and no good, and rebound by Brody Vance. Thank you very much. Nice job, Brody. As Brody walked in on for a 1-and-1.
That foul is on number 12. That's Reuter. Just his second personal foul. Brody will go to the line to shoot. 1-and-1. Somebody needs to go in there. Yeah, thank you. So checking in is, Hauser checks in for Harding for Norton. Brody at the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Both teams with 9 fouls. Free throws up and good by senior Brody Vance. Hits a big free throw right there. Second free throw coming. Lions ties it back up at 45. Second shot is up and gets them both. Nice job. Rudy Vance with some big free throws right there, guys. 46-45, 5:10 left to go in this ball game. Strum with the basketball. Strum gets it back on the outside to Hauser. Hauser back to Strum. Strum here in the corner. Back to Reuter. Reuter at the top. Back to Strum. Strum is going to drive in. Nice help defense by Brody Vance. Minneapolis back into the zone. Gets it back over to Hauser. Hauser looks at Gentleman, has nothing, goes back, works it around, and that's back to Reuter, and Brody Vance gets shoved to the ground, and rebound by Brody. Nice job by Brody. Falls to the ground but gets back up. 46-45, Lions with the ball. And the 1-point lead. Coach Drew is going to call a timeout. So 4:20 left to go in this ball game. Your Minneapolis Lions have taken the 1-point lead. We'll take a quick break with them. You're listening to Minneapolis High School Basketball here on CityLink Minneapolis. We'll be right back.
Hometown Outdoor Power with the locations in Minneapolis, Salina, and McPherson has been serving Central Kansas for over 20 years and is the largest power equipment dealer in the area. We strive to be the one-stop shop for all your power equipment needs. We provide full sales, service, and parts supply for your home, ag, or commercial contractor power equipment needs. Ask about our rental service program, and go Lions.
The Messenger Clothing Company with locations in Minneapolis and Salina. Designers of custom clothing for your team, business, group, or event. With screen printing and embroidery. We feature online design and ordering for your convenience. Contact us at 785-823-7752 or by email at sales@messengerclothingcompany.com for all your customer clothing printing needs today. Go Minneapolis Lions. Momentum is on our side, I do believe.
Yeah, 46-45 Lions. The defense really created that in the third quarter. And we've got the ball here with 4:18 and the lead in the fourth quarter. Trent Knuckle with the basketball. Gets it back to Nolan White. Nolan on the outside. Looks for a cutter.
Brody Vance for a blocking foul.
Wow.
Must have been a moving screen.
Yeah, it must have been. I did not see it, guys. I
saw the guy tripping over him.
So, Norton with the basketball. Strum with the ball at the top on the right-hand side, guarded by Mister. Strum will drive, pulls it back out, gets it back to Hauser. Hauser back to Jones. Jones picked up by Knuckle on the defensive side. Jones rolls around, gets it back to Reuter. Reuter, we'll look at it, goes back to Hauser. Jones now. Jones back to Hauser. And there's going to be a steal right there. Minneapolis with the steal back to Spencer Davidson. Spencer's going to go on. He's going to lose it out of bounds. Oh, no. And that's going to be a turnover back to Norton. And he just lost it off his hands. Yeah, he did. I hate to disagree with you, Phil, but we just lost it out of our hands right there, unfortunately. 46-45. It's good hustle. We just couldn't. And that's a steal back the other direction. Nice job. Somebody had a block on that. Knuckle with the basketball. Knuckle back to Davidson. Davidson back to Nelson. Riker with the basketball. Goes back to Davidson, back to Knuckle. Tight defense picked up by... So Trent Knuckle,
Wow, had a point-blank look and just could not get it to go down.
and walking the other direction will be probably their best free throw shooter and leader. And he will go in line to shoot twos as they are now in the double bonus. Two opportunities on two consecutive drives and just couldn't get it. First free throw is up and no good. Big miss by their senior leader, Jonah Reuter. We'll have another one coming here. 46-45, Lions up by one. Second free throw's up. He misses them both. Mr. Smith with a big rebound right there as probably their best free throw shooter, I'm assuming, misses both free throws.
Yeah, I think that our defensive run in that third quarter has actually just kind of still got them on edge. They just are not comfortable on their offense.
Trent Knuckle on the outside. He gets it to run. Nice job. Goes into the trees and gets the layup. Gets the little runner. Drops it in for a three-point lead. And Norton's going to call a timeout. Nice job of the Minneapolis Lions. 48-45. 2:35 left to go here in this ball game. Lions have the lead. 3 points, 48-45. Great job by Trent Knuckle tonight. Goes inside, goes right at the big guy, and puts it in.
Are you excited yet?
No, I'm not excited at all. We'll be right back.
When it's go time, the Pioneer team is with you from the word go, every step of the way. With high-performing Pioneer brand products and local insights, they'll help you choose a lineup of products tailored to your fields and proven just down the road. See Sheldon Doherty at River Hill C about those Pioneer brand products. And go Lions. See American Family Insurance agent Scott Osherman for all your insurance coverage under one roof. The Scott Osherman Agency with locations in Minneapolis and Belleville, proudly supporting the Minneapolis High School Lions.
You know, at some point, guys, you may miss me if I'm not doing this. You'll miss my excitement.
I wasn't. No, I'm getting happy with that. I was going to chime in with a little Sandy here. Boy, what a game Trent is having. 16 points. I think he's had a year with Steve from the game last year where the some kid really outdid him. With the cousin battle, I think Trent has really come to play tonight.
Yeah. Ball goes back to Reuter. Reuter created right there. No call. Back to Schrum. He'll take the three. And it's good. Big three by Schrum right there. Ties it up at 48. And he answers to tie this thing back up with 2:16. Nolan White with the basketball. Back it goes to Mecca. Back to... And he'll drive it in. And he's going to get the draw. Can't get it, but he'll go to the line to shoot. It doesn't matter. It's on the floor, but... he will go to the line to shoot two because it's a double bonus. Fouls on, I thought it was on Schrum, but maybe not.
Yes, it is.
Okay, fourth foul.
And that would be his fourth.
Free throws up and in and out by Knuckle. 48-48. 2:07 left to go in this ball game. Second free throws up and good. It's 1 or 2 to go. 49-48.
He's now 8 out of 9 from the line.
8 out of 9. Nice job, Trent. Schrum with the basketball. He's guarded by Trent. Back to Reuter. Reuter, they look inside. Nice job by Spencer Davidson on Juneman. Ball goes to Jones for three. Can't get it. Spencer Davidson with the rebound. Puts it back to Daniel Watson, and we call timeout. Now, explain to me how you're shoving them out of bounds, and you can't get a foul call on that.
I have No answer for that.
Okay, well, I'm just checking. 49-48, Coach Newell calls the timeout. We will take one with them. You're listening to Minneapolis High School Basketball on CityLink Minneapolis.
Wilson Family Funeral Home, our family serving your family. Todd, Shelley, Landon, and Reese Wilson proudly support the activities of the Minneapolis Junior Senior High School students. Go Minneapolis Lion. Wilson Family Funeral Home.
Welcome back to Norton, Kansas. And folks, if you're watching this at home, what an exciting game here in Norton tonight as the Minneapolis Lions have the 1-point lead, 49-48. 1:42 left to go in this ball game. On the floor is Daniel Watson, Trent Knuckle, Nolan White, Brody Vance, and Spencer Davidson. So you got your 5 seniors out there. Ball into Knuckle. Knuckle, they pick up a full court press. Knuckle's going to break it. Crosses the timeline back to Spencer Davidson. Spencer back to Nolan on the left-hand side. Nolan will roll around, gets it back to Knuckle. Knuckle back to Davidson. Davidson, as they're in a man, back to Watson. Watson back to Knuckle. Knuckle will set this up. 118. Nolan on the outside. Shot up good. Nice job, Nolan White, as he takes it in and puts it in. 1 minute left. 51-48. 3-point lead for the Lions. All goes back on the outside to Hauser. Hauser back to Schrum. Schrum with the ball at the top, picked up by Knuckle with 53 seconds left. Back to Reuter. Reuter on the outside. He's going to drive in, pulls it back down, back to Schrum. Schrum started by Knuckle. Back it goes to Jones. She pulls it back, gets it back to Schrum. Schrum on the outside. He's going to drive all the way in. Shot up and good. So 31 seconds left. Schrum takes it right at the bucket and puts it in. 51-50, 31.8 seconds left. What a ball game, guys. Minneapolis with the 1-point lead and the ball. 31.8 seconds left here in Norton, Kansas.
My heart's going pitter-pat.
Nice second half on the Lions tonight, guys.
Todd, Shelley, Landon, and Reese Wilson proudly support the activities of the Minneapolis Junior Senior High School students. Go Minneapolis Lion.
Welcome back to Welcome back to Norton, Kansas. Daniel Leach, Dale Henderson, myself, Scott Oshman here. 31.8 seconds left in this ball game. Minneapolis will have the ball. They've got to go the full length of the court. I'm assuming they're going to come out with some type of man trap of some sort on the Minneapolis.
Well, last time, even on the last possession, they had both of their big guys out. They've gone to, for lack of a better term, a 5-guard defensive group. I think knowing that we were probably going to try to hold the ball a little bit. And they also tried to press last time, and they're going to try to press again. So they will definitely be in a scramble mode here. So we just have to take care of the basketball right here.
Yep. Daniel Watson will inbounds for the Lions. They get it into Spencer. Spencer. Back to Meckel. Meckel. Back to Watson. And there's the near foul. Gets it back up to Davidson. Back to Meckel, and we call timeout. 3 fouls there, guys. No calls. 20.8 seconds left. Daniel Watson. Hats off to Daniel right there, folks. He almost lost it, and he kept going after the ball. Gets it, throws it back to Davidson. To keep this thing in our hands. 20.8 seconds left.
Looked like a Will orchestrated play to me.
51-50. Minneapolis with the 1-point lead. Wow, guys.
Yeah, it was a good thing Daniel stayed with that one because we were staring a turnover.
Yeah, we were
dead on, and just great hustle to stay after that and to make the save. So, again, we're at the point where we still got to take care of the basketball, and I'm going to assume make a couple of free throws.
Yeah. So, at this point, I'm assuming you got the same 5 in there as what they do. Brody Vance, Spencer Davidson, Trent Meckel, Daniel Watson, and Nolan White. Assuming Spencer's going to pull the trigger to get this in. 20.8 seconds left. And Minneapolis will try to get this ball inbounds. And I'm assuming they're going to foul when they do. They get it into Meckel. Meckel with the basketball. And they're finally going to call a foul on him, and Meckel will go to the line to shoot two. So finally fouled him, Silas Jones, whistle with the foul, and Meckel will go to the line to shoot two.
I'm guessing their coach is probably not real happy with that foul because they had Trent in a double team over there. Yeah. And, more or less, they maybe even bailed us out here.
First one's up and good. Trent Meckel hits the one. First one of two. 52-50. Trent Meckel with the big free throw.
No pressure here. None at all.
Second one's up, and it's good. It gets them both. Riker Nelson checks in for Brody Vance. 16 seconds left, got to prevent the three, and they're going to call a timeout. 13 seconds left in this ball game. Lions up by three, 53-50. What a second half by the Minneapolis Lions, H.
Yes, our defense is just, us coaches really appreciate defense. Our defense has totally fueled this whole second half.
13-3 turnover favor for us.
To start, our offense wasn't really matching it, but eventually our offense caught up with it, and we've just had a tremendous second half. And like I said, in my opinion, totally fueled by just our great defensive intensity. As Dale said, we have caused them, as you say, Dale, I've got them for 13. I got them for 13 turnovers this half. Yep. As opposed to one that they had at halftime. So right there, the difference in the game. Just a great job by our guys to get up the defensively. Now we have to guard the three.
Yeah, they've got their three shooters there. Wheeler, Schrum, and Ritter. You've got your big ones.
No foul.
Yep. And they will get it into Schrum. Schrum will set this up. 10 seconds left. Schrum with the basketball. They go back to Ritter. Ritter in trouble. Gets it back to Schrum. Takes the deep three. It's off the mark. And that's going to, they get another shot up. Oh, that's it! Big victory here on the road in Norton, Kansas, as they come in and get Norton on their home floor. Great job of the Minneapolis Lions to come away with a 53-50 victory here in Norton tonight as they advance to the finals of 3A SubState here in Minneapolis with a big victory tonight. Wow. What a great victory tonight by the Lions, guys. 53-50 as we outscored them 15-7 in that quarter. What a job in the second half by the Minneapolis Lions. Just a great effort tonight. So we will go ahead and take a break and hear a word from our sponsors. We'll get some stats. We'll be back. We're going to have to probably make this a fairly quick post-game show, but we will be back. Minneapolis comes away with a victory tonight, 53-50 here in Norton, Kansas. What a great job by the Lions tonight. We'll be right back.
19 Restaurant with Ed and Brian Bowles. The Native Mexican Restaurant, Francisco Gallardo. Quad Bureau Financial Services with Matt Pickwick. There's crop insurance with Wade Harris. Hometown Hardware with Pam Walker and Vicki Kaufman. Fine Oil Company of Delta, Jim Klein. The Grain Supply, Scott Mortimer. Lindsay Creek Feeders, Harry Owens, manager. Minneapolis Knuckle and Pipe with John Blake. The No Place Like Home Foot Shop with Kimberly Austin. Sunflower Realty with Monty Nelson.
Welcome back here as we get ready for as we're advancing to our post-game ritual here. Scoring by quarters. Norton came out leading 18-13 after one, and outscored us 16-10 in the second. We started third things around, going finally in the third quarter, outscoring them 15-9, and the final stanza 15-7 for the three-point win. The final score 53. Minneapolis 50 for Norton. Rebounds-wise, I had 12 for us, 11 for them in the second half. Overall, for the game, I had us with a 30-22 advantage on rebounds over the Norton Blue Jays,
which is absolutely huge considering their size. Mm-hmm. Wow. And turnovers-wise, as we've spoken to this already a little bit, second half. They had 13 turnovers. We had 3. Unofficially for the game, that gives them 15 and us 7. So we just really outplayed them in that regard. And that was one of the keys that I think I talked about to begin with. We had to play more discipline than what we saw against Russell. And I really think we did tonight. Yeah. Very much so. Yeah, great victory tonight for the Lions. H, I'll give you yours, and then I will get you your play of the game and your player of the game here in just a second, unless you guys have some objection on that. So.
Okay, Minneapolis victors tonight, led in scoring by Trent Meckel with 19, and I'm thinking back that's probably his season high. What a great game by him. Nolan White added 14. Spencer Davidson was 7. Michael Nelson 5. Daniel Watson 4. And Brody Vance 3. Norton was led in scoring by Jonah Reuter and Ryan Schrum, both with 18. But a key thing there is the Reuter kid had 16 of those, or 15 of those at halftime. So he only scored 3 in the entire second half. Nolan Jalen had 8, and Christian Hawks, Silas Jones and Drake Harding each had 2. Another key part of the game here, guys, that has not been mentioned yet. In the second half, the Lions were 12 out of 16 from the line to finish the game, 17 of 22. While Norton was 5 out of 12. To finish the game, 8 for 17. So we totally dominated at the free throw line, as well as in the turnover department.
And a reminder, we were down by 12 points in the third quarter when we started our run with our defensive strikes there. All right, Scott.
And just real quickly here, I'm adding them up. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Trent finished the game 11 out of 12 from the line, which was a big part of our free throw success.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you the play of the game. Dale Leach and I have a little bit of a disagreement on the play of the game, but rightfully so, they both qualify. But I will give you this. The play of the game, in my opinion, came at the 7-minute mark in the fourth quarter. Daniel Watson was on the left-hand side at the half court and went real skinny, as you would call it, and slid through and tipped that ball enough that the Norton kid knocked it out of bounds off of himself. That's my play of the game right there. Daniel Watson had a lot of hustle tonight, but that one right there, in my opinion, was the play of the game.
Right. You could have probably picked several plays of the games. There were some big buckets that were made at key times, but you cannot go away from that. And that was not the only time that Daniel did that. It was
my second. The next play of the game, best play of the game. Mr. Smith had a fantastic steal at about 5-minute mark of the third quarter, and then he almost had another one that really started our defensive surge.
Okay.
We weren't yet on the stroke there on getting stuff going defensively and our momentum. That started the ball, and that was a great steal. And we would have ended up scoring, or we scored on the result of that steal that he made the first time. So that's Number 2.
Yeah.
Player of the game B.
Okay. So I will give player of the game A, and you'll give player of the game B. I'll let you give one, and I'll give one. I'm going to give my player of the game is Trent Meckel. Trent ended the night with 18 total points.
Yes, 18 points.
11 to 12 from the free throw line. He was our spark in the first half that we needed, and he kept it going in the second half against his cousin, against family up here in a tough environment. So that's my player of the game, and rightfully so. Yours is just as rewarding as well.
Well, I was going to do Cole.
Yeah, I understand that.
And our player of the game is sponsored by the River Hills Seed Company.
That's the player of the game. Sorry.
Player of the game, and player of the game is sponsored by the Wilson Family Funeral Home.
And give your co-player of the game.
Oh, Nolan White.
Nolan White. Okay, Nolan into the night with 14 points. Had a good second half, and came out and hit some big buckets in the second half. Hats off to Nolan and Trent both with just great senior nights, and we needed it. We needed it big time tonight, and they did. The other thing I like, and I'll just end it on this, 13 points first quarter, 10 points second quarter, 15 points third quarter, 15 points fourth quarter. Fairly even scoring for us.
Yes.
I like to see that. And we did a great job on the defensive side.
And this was just so big.
Huge.
Our steals, all those turnovers. So. Now, tomorrow night we play at 5 o'clock against the winner of the next game, which is Thomas More Prep of Hayes versus Phillipsburg.
At what time, Dale?
5 o'clock.
5? I thought we played at 8.
Nope. No, the girls play at 2, and the boys play at 5.
Okay.
And
I will stand corrected.
Yes. And let's see. I just want to mention the last 6 times that the Minneapolis Lions have run the SubState championship, they've won and run the state. So I hope that trend continues.
Let's hope so. So congrats to the Minneapolis Lions with a great victory tonight. For myself, Scott Oshman,
Dale Leach,
and Dale Henderson.
Good to be back tomorrow.
Norton, Kansas.